Yes, hello friends, good evening. Am I audible? Please somebody ping me. Yes, guys, am I audible? Please somebody ping me so that I can start the session. Okay. Hello everyone. Welcome to Unacademy, India's largest online learning platform. Let's crack UPSC CSE English. Now, before I start the session, let me introduce myself for the people who are new on the platform or who are attending my session for the first time. My name is Alok Ojha. I have done my engineering from Pune. I have been associated with the field of UPSC since past 7 years. I have been through various stages of civil services exam. I hold the experience of giving CDS SSB twice. I also hold the experience of exams like CAPF Assistant Commandant and Uttar Pradesh PSC. I'm involved into the field of teaching since past 5 years and I've mentored more than 10,000 aspirants for UPSC. Today we are going to discuss one of the most important topics, that is Vedic civilization. Now, there might be a question in the mind of an aspirant why one should prefer Unacademy as a platform for online learning. So here are the ample of reasons why one should prefer Unacademy as a platform for online learning. First of all, you will have daily live classes on the Unacademy platform. Unacademy offers you assimilation of top and dynamic educators of India on a single platform. You can directly interact with the educators. You can clear all sorts of doubts with the educators. Second most important aspect, Unacademy helps to build up your competence by going through live tests and quizzes. All the courses on Unacademy platform are highly structured in nature and there is a proper timetable through which the courses are being conducted. And one can have unlimited access to the courses on Unacademy platform. Here are the few top and dynamic educators of India from whom you're going to learn through. Now, Unacademy covers the syllabus in a very comprehensive manner. Like there is a proper attention and focus on each and every subject ranging from history, geography, polity, economics, science and tech. Apart from that, there is a complete focus on answer writing techniques as well. A special emphasis on the essay writing and its technique. Apart from that, there is also focus on the optional subject. That is for the humanities part and the part for the literature. Like it focuses on Hindi literature, English literature, Maithili literature, Kannada literature, and so on. Now, there is also something called as iconic subscription. Now, what is majorly iconic subscription all about? During the initial days, the preparation is completely haphazard, and an aspirant is usually confused where should I start my preparation from? What all aspects should I read on? Then, what are the major things that I need to focus upon? What approach should I develop for the current affairs? How much time should I dedicate to the current affairs? What is the technique of answer writing? So initially the preparation goes haphazard and sometimes directionless as well. So there would be a mentor who would be guiding you throughout your journey for civil services preparation. That is majorly iconic subscription all about. So if you choose me as your mentor, please use my code AKOUS. I repeat the code AKOUS. Now, Unacademy has also come up with Unacademy Combat. Now, basically, the contest format is like 45 minutes, 60 questions, 13 combats divided into 6 sections, and there would be probably a relative scoring where an aspirant can gauge his preparation. And the test would be conducted fortnightly. It was held on 17th of Jan, and now it would be conducted on 31st of Jan. And there are exciting prizes as well. Rank 1 to 3 would be getting 3 months UPSC CSE GS Plus subscription. And rank 4 to 150 would be getting rupees 1000 Amazon vouchers. Now, new batches are starting, that is for 1 year, 2 year, and 3 years batches. And these batches have been conducted by the top and dynamic educators of India. Okay. These have been the special classes conducted by me previously. So please do subscribe to Unacademy and use my code AKOUS. I repeat the code AKOUS. Yes, very good evening, Monisha. Yes, very good evening, Seema. Now, guys, listen to me very carefully and patiently. Today we are going to discuss one of the most important civilizations, that is Vedic civilization. Now, pay attention properly. Before that, I would like to speak on some important aspect. Now, we have discussed previously about the decline of Indus Valley civilization. And there are various views regarding the decline of Indus Valley civilization. Like, some historians believe that Indus Valley civilization was destroyed by flood. Some believe that it was destroyed by earthquake. Some believe that drying up of rivers was the major cause for decline of Indus Valley civilization. Some believe that probably there might be various diseases like leprosy and tuberculosis which might have destroyed the Indus Valley civilization. But does that sound completely logical? Yes, to an extent, certain sites might have been destroyed because of these factors. But can you believe the civilization which is spread in 8,50,000 square kilometers of the Indus, what we say, Indian subcontinent, can be destroyed just because of one particular reason? No. So one of the widely accepted theory is Central Asian invasion theory or Aryan invasion theory or Max Muller theory. Now what does that theory speaks about? Let us understand this. There were certain tribes of Central Asia which entered into India through Khyber Pass, which is located in Hindu Kush mountain. And the Hindu Kush mountains are located on the borders of India and Afghanistan. So these tribes entered into India through Khyber Pass, which is located on India-Afghanistan border. Now, when these tribes came in India, they came up with sophisticated iron weapon, horses, stirrups, chariots, and many more things. If you remember previously, I have told you guys, Indus Valley people were aware of bronze, tin, brass, gold, silver, but they were not at all aware about iron and its technology. Iron, the people came to know about iron only after the invasion by Aryans. So when these tribes came into India, okay, they came up with sophisticated iron weapons. And the natives of India were unable to meet the challenges that were being posed up by these tribes. So they moved to the southern part of river Narmada and got settled in the southern part of India. The people who came from Central Asia and got settled in the northern part of India came to be called as Aryans. And the people who got settled in the southern part of India came to be referred as Dravidians. The word Aryan has been borrowed from the Sanskrit word Arya, which means of noble origin. The term Arya has been mentioned for 36 times in Rig Veda. I repeat, the term Arya has been mentioned for 36 times in Rig Veda. Now, where do we come to know about the Aryans from? We come to know about the Aryans from the Vedas. And what is the meaning of the word Ved? The word Ved basically means Vidya, that is knowledge. And there are four Ved which are very, very important from the exam perspective. Okay. Now, previously we have discussed that Indus Valley civilization was destroyed by flooding. It was destroyed by earthquake. It was destroyed by drying up of rivers. So whom did the Aryans subjugate? So Central Asian invasion theory or Aryan invasion theory sounds most logical. Like, as per Max Muller, Aryans are Indo-Europeans. As per Swami Dayanand Saraswati, Aryans came from Tibet. But this, what we say, theory is not true because the anatomical structure of the body of the people who have come from Tibet is quite different from the Aryans because they have a very different structure of the body. As per Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Aryans have come from the Arctic or the poles, but actually the Aryans are mix of Indo-European. And what I have told you previously, where do we come to know about the Aryans from? We come to know about the Aryans from Ved. And the word Ved has been derived from the word Vidya, that is knowledge. Okay? So there are four Ved: Rig Ved, Sam Ved, Yajur Ved, and Atharva Ved. And time and again there have been questions in the UPSC prelims exam about the various Vedas. Did you get the points till here? Please let me know. Yes, guys, did you get the points till here? Okay. Now let's quickly move up. Now let's quickly start with each Vedas, that is Rig Ved. The word Ved means Vidya. Rig means praising the deity. So Rig Ved means praising the deity. And how will one praise the deity? One will praise the deity through hymns or mantras. So entire Rig Ved is divided into 1028 hymns, and it is comprised of 10 book or 10 mandals. I repeat, entire Rig Ved is divided into 10 mandals. Indra and Agni are given prominence in the Rig Ved. Pay attention properly. Indra and Agni are given the prominence in Rig Ved. And 250 hymns out of 1028 hymns are dedicated just to Indra. 200 hymns out of 1028 hymns are dedicated just to Agni, that is god of fire. Indra means god of war, god of rain, god of strength. He is also referred as Purandar, that is breaker of forts. And 250 hymns out of 1028 hymns are dedicated just to Indra. Agni, that is god of fire. 200 hymns are dedicated to Agni out of 1028. What is the significance of Agni? Agni acts as an intermediary between Yajman on the other side and the god on the other side. I have performed this sacrifice. I have performed this ritual. What is the evidence of that? God of fire. Agni is the evidence for that. The third most important deity in Rig Ved is Som. I repeat, Som. And 120 hymns out of 1028 hymns are dedicated to Som. Som is also referred as God. Som is also referred as god of plants or god of intoxicants. Okay? And I have told you that entire Rig Ved is divided into 10 mandals. So what does this mandal speaks about? Let us understand. Mandal 1 and 10 reveals about the origin of the universe, how this universe has been created, how it will be destroyed, and how it will be recreated. The entire process has been mentioned in Mandal 1 and 10 of the Rig Ved. Mandal 2 to 7 are referred as family books because they were written down by the members of same clan or same gotra. That is why Mandal 2 to 7 is referred as family book. The famous Gayatri Mantra, which is dedicated to the solar deity Savitri. I repeat, the famous Gayatri Mantra, which is dedicated to solar deity Savitri, has been mentioned in Mandal 3 of Rig Ved. Mandal 9 is dedicated to Som, that is god of plants or intoxicants. Okay? And the Varna system or the caste system has been mentioned in Purusha Sukta. I'll repeat the point. The what we say Varna system or caste system has been mentioned in Purusha Sukta, which is a part of Mandal 10 of Rig Ved. And what has been mentioned in what we say Purusha Sukta? The Brahman has originated from the mouth of Brahma. The Kshatriya has originated from the shoulders of Brahma. The Vaishya has originated from thighs of Brahma, and Shudras have originated from the feet of Brahma. So this has been mentioned in Mandal 10 of Rig Ved. Now the entire Ved is in Sanskrit language. So who is going to explain this to us? It is a Brahman who is going to explain this to us. And there are various Brahman associated with each Ved, like Aitareya and Kaustaki Brahman. I repeat, Aitareya and Kaustaki Brahman are associated with Rig Ved. And this question has been asked in the UPSC Prelims exam. Aitareya Brahman are associated with which Ved? So Aitareya Brahman are associated with Rig Ved. Okay. Yes, very good evening, Ram Kumar. So I will repeat the points again. Please pay attention properly. Rig Ved comprises of 1028 hymns. It is divided into 10 mandal. Indra and Agni are given prominence. Mandal 1 and 10 speaks about the origin of universe. Mandal 2 to 7 is referred as family book. The famous Gayatri Mantra has been mentioned in Mandal 3 of Rig Ved. This question has been asked twice or thrice in the UPSC Prelims exam. Mandal 9 is dedicated to Som, that is god of plants or intoxicants. One can find the mention of Varna system or caste system in Mandal 10 of Rig Ved, that is Purusha Sukta. And the Brahmans which are associated with Rig Ved are Aitareya and Kaushtaki Brahman. If you get the points till here, please let me know. Are the concepts clear? Yes, guys. Are the concepts clear till here? Okay. Let's quickly move to Sam Ved. Saman basically means music and Ved means Vidya. The origin of Indian music can be traced back to Sam Ved. You might have seen goddess Saraswati. In the hand of goddess Saraswati, we can observe Veena. So, so Veena, a musical instrument, has been mentioned in Sam Ved. Now, suppose if one priest is reciting the mantra, okay, it sounds like normal mantra. But when 10 to 11 priests are reciting the same mantra, it sounds like a melody. It sounds like a song. It is like a harmony. So repetition of the mantra or the musical harmony has been mentioned in Sam Ved. And this musical harmony is referred as Stobha. I repeat, this musical harmony is referred as Stobha. Now there is one more process which is referred as Tom. Please pay attention properly. There is one more process which is referred as Tom. S-T-O-M-A. What is Tom? I'll give you a small example. Suppose you are performing a ritual at home and you have called in 10 to 11 priests. Now what will the priests do? They will start reciting the mantra in a low pitch. When the mid portion of the mantra comes, they will start reciting the same mantra in a high pitch. After the mid portion of the mantra is over, the chief priest is again going to repeat all the mantras. And finally, all the priests are going to end the mantra in the high pitch. I repeat, low pitch, high pitch, repetition and high pitch. This entire process has been mentioned in Sam Ved and is referred as Stoma. So starting of the mantra, low pitch, that is called as Prastavna. Middle portion of the mantra in the high pitch, that is referred as Pratihara. Then repetition of mantra by single priest, that is referred as Upadrav. And finally all the priests end the mantra in the high pitch, that is referred as Nidhan, end of the mantra. And this entire process is called as Toma, which is mentioned in Sam Ved. Like as we have seen the Brahman associated with Rig Ved, similarly there are Brahmans also associated with Sam Ved. And the Brahmans that are associated with the Sam Ved are Panchvish, Sadvish, Jaminya, Tandamaha and Talwakar. I repeat, Panchvish, Sadvish, Jaminya, Tandamaha and Talwakar are the Brahmins that are associated with Sam Ved. Now there are two major Upanishad, Chandogya and Ken Upanishad, which has been derived from Sam Ved. Okay, so this is majorly about Sam Ved. I'm repeating the points again. Please pay proper attention and listen to me very carefully. The origin of Indian music can be traced to Sam Ved. Musical instrument Veena has been mentioned in Samved. Like melodious harmony or musical harmony, like when 10 to 11 priests are reciting the mantra, it sounds like a melody. So this process has been mentioned in Samved, and this is called as Stobha. While back, I have discussed about one process of how the mantras are recited, and this process is referred as Stoma. And the Brahmins that are associated with Samved are Panchvish, Sadvish, Jaiminya, Tandamaha, and Talwakar. Please focus on these Brahman. There have been time and again question in the UPSC prelims exam. These Brahmins are associated with which Ved? Okay. Did you get the point still here? Please let me know. Yes, guys. Are the points clear till here? Okay. Now let us talk about Yajurved. Okay. Ved means Vidya. Yajur means Yagna. And where did the word Yajur come from? The word Yajur has come from the word Yajus. I repeat, the word Yajur has come from the word Yajus. And Yajus basically means Yagna. The knowledge of yagnic practices is referred as Yajurved. Now, Yajurved, it is divided into two parts. I repeat, Yajurved has been divided into two parts, Krishna Yajurved and Shukla Yajurved. I repeat, Krishna Yajurved and Shukla Yajurved. Krishna Yajurved is also referred as Black Yajurved, and Shukla Yajurved is also referred as White Yajurved. Now, why Krishna Yajurved is referred as Black Yajurved? Please pay proper attention. The mantras, their explanation, and associated rituals. I repeat, the mantras, then their explanation, and the associated rituals are compiled in one book. That is why it is referred as Black Yajurved. It is intermingled. And Shukla Yajurved is referred as White Yajurved. Why? The mantras, their explanation, and the associated rituals are completely segregated. They are completely separated. That is why Shukla Yajurved is also referred as White Yajurved. Okay? Yajurved is divided into two parts, Krishna Yajurved and Shukla Yajurved. Now, as I have told you, there is more emphasis on rites and rituals in Yajurved. And Yajurved prescribes all sorts of yogic practices, all sorts of yagnas. Now, there are many things that are used in yagnas. Like barley, it is used in yagna. And barley, the term for barley is yava. I repeat, the term for barley is yava. Then rice is used in yagna. And the term for rice is akshat or tandul or vrihi. I repeat, akshat, tandul or vrihi. Sometimes curd is used in the yagna. Sometimes milk is used in the yagna. Ghee is used in the yagna. Som is also used in the yagna. And there is a specific yagna that is also referred as Soma yagna. Okay? Now, why these yogic practices are performed, let us understand. And there are few yagnas which has been mentioned in Yajurved, like Ashwamedh Yagna. Now, why this Ashwamedh Yagna is performed, let us understand. Suppose I am a king and I have 7 to 8 neighboring kingdoms. Now, I want to know that whether I am the most powerful king among them all. So, I will perform Ashwamedh Yagna and I will release a horse. If any ruler is stopping the horse, it simply means that he is ready to fight a battle with me. But if no one stops the horse, it simply means that these rulers have accepted my suzerainty. So no one should stop the horse. That is why Ashwamedh Yagna is performed. Then comes Rajasuya Yagna. Now what is the importance of Rajasuya Yagna? Okay. Now in the Rajasuya Yagna, suppose I am a ruler and now I want to choose my successor. Now when I will be choosing my successor as my son or somebody else, I will perform that Yagna so that people should accept him as the next ruler. That is why Rajasuya Yagna is performed. Then comes Vajpeya Yagna. If I am a ruler, I have conquered the next kingdom. The people of that kingdom should accept me as their new ruler. So that I perform Vajpeya Yagna. Som Yagna. Now Som Yagna is a prayer to Lord Vishnu. Why this prayer is done? That Lord Vishnu should protect my cattle. Lord Vishnu should protect my standing crops. Lord Vishnu should expel the demons and protect me from these evils. That is why Som Yagna is performed. So there are many yagnas which has been mentioned in Yajurveda, but these are the most important ones. And the Brahmans which are associated with Yajurveda are Maitrayani Brahman, Satapatha Brahman and Taitareya Brahman. I repeat, Maitrayani Brahman, Satapatha Brahman and Taitareya Brahman. These are the major Brahman which are associated with Yajurveda. I will repeat the points again in short. Please pay proper attention. Yajur means Yajus and Yajus means Yagna. Yajurveda is divided into two parts, Krishna Yajurveda and Shukla Yajurveda. Krishna Yajurveda is also referred as Black Yajurveda and Shukla Yajurveda is also referred as White Yajurveda. Why Krishna Yajurveda is referred as Black Yajurveda? Because mantras, their explanation and associated rituals are intermingled. And Shukla Yajurveda is referred as White Yajurveda because everything is segregated. Various yogic practices has been mentioned in Yajurveda like Ashwamedh Yagna, Rajasuya Yagna, Vajpeya Yagna and Soma Yagna. And the Brahmans which are associated with this Ved are Maitrayani, Satpat and Taitareya Brahman. Are the points clear about Yajurveda? Please let me know. Any question, any query, any sort of doubt? Yes, guys. Now let's talk about Atharva Veda. Now there were two rishis. One was Atharvan Rishi and the other was Angira Rishi. I repeat, one was Atharvan Rishi and the other was Angira Rishi. And both of them has composed this Veda. That is why it is referred as Atharva Veda. I repeat, both of them. Yes, Soha, good evening. Both of them have composed this Veda. That is why actual name of Atharva Veda is Atharva Angira Veda. Many of the Vedic scholars do not consider Atharva Veda as a Vedic book. They only consider the previous three Vedas as the Vedic text like Rig Veda, Sam Veda and Yajur Veda. Because they consider that Atharva Veda is a book on magical spell. It is a book on black magic. That is why they do not consider Atharva Veda as Vedic book. Now entire Atharva Veda has been divided into 20 books. Okay. And now various cure for diseases has been mentioned in Atharva Veda. Like I'll give you a few examples so that you can understand. Like as per Atharva Veda, there are various causes of diseases. Like few diseases are hereditary in nature, like baldness. It is hereditary in nature. Night blindness. Few diseases are caused due to insect or virus or bacteria. These are referred as krimi. I repeat, krimi. Like tuberculosis, coronavirus, then ringworm. All these are diseases which are caused by insects, viruses and bacteria. Then comes dosh. Like there are diseases which are caused by vat, pitta and kapha. So this has been mentioned entirely, and there are diseases because of black magic. that is witchcraft. So everything has been mentioned in Atharva Ved. Like there are cure for various diseases as well. Like Kas means coughing, Hridayot means heart disease, Ashti means bone, Bhang means breakage of bone. So Ashti Bhang means bone fracture. So everything, various diseases and their cure has been mentioned in Atharva Ved. So the Brahman which is associated with Atharva Ved is Gopath Brahman. I repeat, the Brahman which is associated with Atharva Ved is Gopath Brahman. Okay? Now, there is one Upanishad which is Mundaka Upanishad. And our national motto has been mentioned or been taken from Mundaka Upanishad. Our national motto is Satyameva Jayate Nanritam. I repeat, Satyameva Jayate Nanritam. Truth alone triumphs and not the falsehood. This has been taken from Mundaka Upanishad, and Mundaka Upanishad has been derived from Atharva Ved. So are you getting the points? So and the Brahman which is associated with Atharva Ved is Gopath Brahman. Now let me repeat the points again in short. It is composed of 20 books. It is various cure for diseases has been mentioned here. It is also referred as book of black magic. Secondly, Gopath is a Brahman associated with Atharva Ved, and cure for various diseases has been mentioned here. Our national motto Satyameva Jayate Nanritam, that is truth alone triumphs, has been derived from Mundaka Upanishad, which has been derived from Atharva Ved. Are the points clear till here? Please let me know. Yes, guys. I'm going to ask you the questions in the end. Okay. Now let us talk about Aranyakas. Now what is Aranyakas? Let us understand this. There was a direct statement in the UPSC Prelims exam. What are Aranyakas? Aranyakas are nothing but forest book. I repeat, Aranyakas are nothing but forest book. Now what is this? Let us understand. I'll be speaking about that when I'll be speaking the Upanishad. There is one Upanishad. That Upanishad is referred as Jabal Upanishad. And in Jabal Upanishad, one can find the mention of 4 stages of life. These are Brahmacharya, Grihasthashram, Vanaprastha Ashram, and Sannyas Ashram. I repeat, Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, and Sannyas Ashram. When a person realizes that he has fulfilled all his household responsibility, after that he moves into the jungles and starts meditating in the jungle. And whatever he has experienced, it is given a format of a book. These books are referred as Aranyakas or forest book. Now why they are called as Aranyakas? Because these books have been written down in the jungle. That is why Aranyakas are referred as forest book. Aranya means forest. Okay. Now, Aranyakas are also referred as book of secret or book of Rahasya. Now, who is going to explain this Rahasya to us? These Rahasya would be explained to us by the Guru. And these Rahasya would be revealed finally in the Upanishad. Now there is one practice which is referred as Arghyam or Sandhyopasnam. I repeat, there is one practice which is referred as Arghyam. I repeat, Arghyam or Sandhyopasnam. What is the meaning of Arghyam? It simply means in the morning, every morning, we offer jal or we offer water to Lord Surya, that is sun god. Okay, so that our entire life get filled up with the positivity. It is nothing but a prayer to Lord Surya or solar deity Savitri, where Gayatri mantra is also recited. This process is referred as Sandhyopasnam or Arghyam, that is offering water to Lord Surya. And this has been mentioned in Aranyakas. As I have told you, many Vedic scholars do not consider Atharva Ved as majorly as a part of Ved. Okay, so these Aranyakas are attached to each Ved except Atharva Ved. There can be a probable question in the UPSC prelims exam. There is no Aranyakas attached with which Ved. So it is Atharva Ved. So this is majorly about Aranyakas. Are the points clear? Please let me know. Monisha, Harry Potter series is altogether quite different. Okay, like you can also say that like Vajrayana form of Buddhism is also focusing on various other activities like Tantric form of Buddhism. So that is altogether a different thing. Harry Potter series and all that. Okay. Yes, guys. Did you get the points till here? Please let me know. Okay. Now let us talk about Upanishad. Please keep the session active and interactive because in the end, I'm going to ask you a few questions so that I can understand how many of you were actively and keenly listening to me. Okay. Upanishad. Up means nearby. Sad means sit. I repeat, up means nearby and sad means sit. Sitting near the Guru's feet to gain knowledge. That is Upanishad. I repeat, sitting near the Guru's feet to gain knowledge. That is Upanishad. Totally there are 108 Upanishad and among them 11 are the most important ones and are referred as Mukhya Upanishad. Soul or Atman is a central theme of all Upanishad. Each and every Upanishad is majorly going to speak about soul or Atman. Now let us understand few Upanishads which are very important from exam perspective. And time and again, there have been questions on these Upanishads in the exam. Okay. Now, Mandukya Upanishad is the shortest Upanishad. I repeat, Mandukya Upanishad is the shortest Upanishad. Okay. Muktika Upanishad. Muktika Upanishad speaks about Par and Apar Vidya. Now, what is Par and Apar Vidya? Let us understand this. Suppose I want basically money. So whom will I worship? I will worship Lord Ganesh, or I will worship Goddess Lakshmi, or I will worship Lord Kuber. Isn't that so? So here I am worshipping the deity for my materialistic gain. So this is called as Apar Vidya. It is also referred as Brahma Vidya. Now suppose I say this is a pen. Yes, this is a pen. Why? Because you can sense it. You can see it. But if I say this is the soul, so can you see that? No. This is beyond our imagination. That is Par Vidya. So entirely about Par and Apar Vidya, it has been mentioned in Muktika Upanishad. I repeat, it has been mentioned in Muktika Upanishad. Now, Chandogya Upanishad. Do you remember guys about this Upanishad? When I was teaching Samved, I told you Chandogya Upanishad has been derived from Samved. Okay, the doctrine of Ahimsa. Now there are three types of Hinsa. One is Hinsa, that is violence in thought, words and deeds. Suppose if I have a quarrel or a fight with someone and continuously I am thinking ill will about that person. I am unable to do anything of that person, but I am destroying my mental peace. It is a Hinsa against myself. So this is called as Hinsa in thoughts. Speaking in a weird language to someone, speaking in a slang language to someone, speaking in an absurd language to someone, that is Hinsa in words. And physical violence, that is Hinsa in what we say, thought, word and deeds. So one should maintain strict non-violence in thought, word and deed. So the doctrine of Ahimsa has been mentioned in Chandogya Upanishad. Now, Karma doctrine or transmigration of soul has been mentioned in Brihad Aranyaka Upanishad. And Brihad Aranyaka Upanishad is the oldest Upanishad. Now, what is karma doctrine? Let me explain you that. You might have seen swastik. There are 4 dots in the swastik. What does the 4 dots in the swastik reveal? They reveal the status of our soul depending upon the stock of our karmas. Suppose I have done good karmas throughout my life. My soul might be in heaven, or I might be reborn as a human being. If I have done bad karmas throughout my life, my soul might be in hell, or I might be reborn as a lower being or animal. So in very simple words, the status of the soul completely depends upon the stock of the karmas. So one should always strive to perform good karmas. This is referred as karma doctrine or transmigration of soul or sansar. And this has been mentioned in Brihad Aranyaka Upanishad, which is the oldest Upanishad. Okay, moving further, Skanda Upanishad, it speaks about the various god and goddess. Mundaka Upanishad, just a while back I've talked about this. Okay, Satyameva Jayate Nanratam, truth alone triumphs and not the falsehood. This is our national motto, and it has been derived from Mundaka Upanishad, which has been derived from Atharva Veda. Katha Upanishad. Okay, now Katha Upanishad is an important one, and there has been a question in the UPSC Prelims exam. Now there was a small boy whose name was Nachiket. This is not Pum, this is Yum. There was a small boy whose name was Nachiket, and Nachiket was having a conversation, he was having a dialogue with God of death, that is Yum. Now what he asked 3 important questions to Lord Yum, and Lord Yum could not answer the 3rd question. So the entire dialogue about what happens, what is destiny, what actually happens to the soul after death, the entire thing has been mentioned in Katha Upanishad. So dialogue between 12-year-old boy Nachiket and Yam, that is god of death, has been mentioned in Katha Upanishad. While back I have talked about 4 ashrams of life. Isn't that so? Like first ashram is Brahmacharya, second is Grihastha, third is Vanaprastha, and fourth is Sannyas ashram. So all the ashrams of life has been mentioned in Jabal Upanishad. So these are majorly about Upanishad, and UPSC Prelims exam, every Upanishad has been asked, which I have mentioned on the screen. So please memorize all the Upanishad, at least 10 to 11 Upanishad which are important from the exam perspective. Okay, one more important fact that you guys need to remember. There was a Mughal prince whose name was Dara Shikoh. He was son of Shah Jahan. He has translated more than 50 Upanishad into Persian language. I repeat, Dara Shikoh, the Mughal prince, has translated more than 50 Upanishads into Persian language. So this is majorly about Upanishad. Are the points clear? Please let me know. Yes, guys, are the points clear? Any question, any query, any sort of doubt? Okay, now pay attention properly. Let us understand Upaved. Now attached to every Ved, there are Upaved as well, like Ayurved. Ayurved is an Upaved of Rig Ved. Okay, now as I have told you previously, as per Ayurveda, majorly there are different branches of medicine, but it has been categorized into 3 major branches. That is Kaya Chikitsa, that is in general medicine, Salayan Tantra, that is surgical techniques, Rasayan Tantra, that is tonic for improving the lifespan, and the deity of Ayurveda is Dhanvantri. I repeat, the deity of Ayurveda is Dhanvantri, and Ayurveda is an Upaved of Rigved. Then comes Dhanurved. Dhanurved basically means Dhanur Vidya, expert in archery. Now, as I've talked about Yajurved, Dhanurved is an Upved of Yajurved. Dhanurved is an Upved of Yajurved. Now pay attention properly. As I've talked about various yogic practices. Now for example, Ashwamedh. Now suppose a ruler has to fight a battle with another ruler. So he needs to be expert in all sorts of warfare techniques. He needs to be expert in the skills of archery. Okay. So that is called as Dhanur Vidya or Dhanur Ved. And Dhanur Ved is an Upved which has been derived from Yajurved. Then comes Sthapatya Ved. Now, the Havan Kund or the Agni Kund or the Yajnik Kund, where the Yajna is performed, it is of different shape. Some are circular in shape, some are square in shape, some are rectangular in shape, some are star shaped. So there is a different purpose for each Havan Kund, each Yajnik Kund. So from there originated Sthapatya Ved, which is nothing but present day interior designing, present day architecture is nothing but Sthapatya Ved, which has been derived from Yajurved. And Gandharva Ved, it speaks about music and dance practices. And where has been the origin of music referred in? It has been referred in Samved. So Gandharva Ved, which is speaking about music, dance, and various practices of marriages, it has been derived from Samved. Okay? Yes, Soha, Mundaka and Mandukya Upanishad both are different. Monisha, that dialogue is majorly about, I'll give you the crux of the dialogue between Yam and Nachiket. Like as I've told you, the status of the soul depend upon the stock of karma. Okay? Then why does a person die? And if the person dies, then depending upon the karma, why he's reborn? So this is the major crux of the dialogue between Yam and Nachiket. Got the points? Yes, guys, are the points clear? Please let me know so that I can move further. Okay, Vedang. I repeat, Vedang. Ved plus Ang. If Ved is the structure of the body, Vedang are the limbs of that structure. Ved Ang. So Vedang are eyes, ears, nose, hands, legs of Veda. So that is referred as Vedang. Okay. Now there are 6 limb of Ved. I repeat, there are 6 limb of Vedas and all these limbs are very important from the exam perspective. First is Siksha, second is Vyakran, third is Nirukta, fourth is Chand, fifth is Jyotish and sixth is Kalpa. Pay attention and listen to me very properly. Siksha. Siksha basically means correct pronunciation of the mantra and Vyakran means correct grammar. Both Siksha and Vyakran are correlated to each other. There cannot be correct pronunciation of the mantra until and unless a person knows the correct grammar associated with it. So Siksha and Vyakran both are correlated to each other. And the first book on Siksha is Pratisakya Sutra. I repeat, it is referred as Pratisakya Sutra. And it is also referred as tongue of Vedas. Because until and unless one knows the correct pronunciation of the mantra, how can he go for the correct pronunciation? He should know the correct grammar for that. Okay? The first book on Sanskrit grammar was Ashtadhyayi. And it is written by Panini, who was a graduate of Takshashila University. Moving on to next part, Nirukta or etymology. What is the meaning of the mantra? Or where has the mantra come from? When I was teaching Rig Ved, I've talked about Gayatri Mantra. Now, Gayatri Mantra has been mentioned in Mandal 3 of Rig Ved. And where is the origin? It is dedicated to solar deity Savitri. So origin is solar deity. So Nirukta basically means etymology. It speaks about the origin of the mantra or the meaning of the mantra. Then comes Chand. Now pay attention properly. What is Chand all about? Whenever a person is reciting a particular mantra, when to take a short pause, when to take a long pause, when to stop the mantra, this has been mentioned in Chand. So it is nothing but Vedic metrics. Okay? I'll give you a small example. Gayatri mantra has been divided into 3 padas. I repeat, Gayatri mantra has been divided into 3 padas. Okay? Fifth part, Jyotish. Fifth part is Jyotish. Now, Jyotish basically means astrology. There are effect of movement of sun and the moon on a particular individual. So this has been mentioned in Jyotish, and Brighu was the first astrologer. Okay? Prati Sakya Sutra is a compilation of various Brahmins and the priest. Okay? Who has asked me this question? Yes, Sunil. It is a compilation by various Brahmins and the priest. Moving further. Did you understand Siksha? Siksha means correct pronunciation of the mantra. Vyakran means correct grammar. Nirukta means what is the origin or the meaning of that mantra. Chand means breaking the mantra into various padas, Vedic metrics. Jyotish is astrology. And finally comes Kalpa, that is rituals. Every individual who is born, he has to go through 16 major process, which is referred as Solaha Sanskar. And this has been mentioned in Griha Sutra, which is a part of Kalpa. That is Solaha Sanskar. Every human being has to go through this process from mother's womb to his tomb. Okay, like I'll explain these certain processes. Pay attention properly. Garbhadan. It is a marriage of a girl to a boy. Pum Savan. Pum is a Sanskrit word for a male. Now this ceremony is performed when the lady gets pregnant, so that they get blessed with a baby boy. Then comes Jatak Karma. The boy is born, and after that, what happens? He is given the name. Astrologer reads the child's future. Then comes Anna Prasanna. Anna Prasanna means the child is fed with the solid food for the first time. Majorly it is rice milk. Then Chuda Karma, that is Mundan ceremony or tonsure ceremony. Then comes Karna Bhed, the ears of the child are pierced. Then comes Vidya Aram, the child starts the formal education. Then Ved Aram, the child goes to the Gurukul. He learns from the Guru the various Vedas, the Shastra and Shastras, everything. Then comes Keshant, because Keshant is like once his education is over, he has to give Guru Dakshina. And he also has to contribute his heir to the Guru. That is Keshant. Samavartan, coming back to home. Vivaha, marriage. Then the same process is repeated for his child. And finally comes Antyesti, death, final rites and rituals. So these Sola Sanskar has been mentioned in Kalp, that is Griha Sutra or rituals. So this entire structure is referred as Vedang, that is limb of Vedas. Are the points clear, my friends? Please let me know. Yes, guys, did you understand the points? Please let me know. Any question, any query, any sort of doubt? Okay. Now let us understand various types of marriages which have been mentioned in Vedic Shastras. Okay. First is, let us understand what is Anulom Vivah and Pratilom Vivah. In Anulom Vivah, the boy is of higher caste and the girl is of the lower caste. And in Pratilom Vivah, the girl is of the higher caste and boy is of the lower caste. So this is the type of marriage. Now, there are 8 different types of marriages which has been mentioned in the Shastras. Okay. Yes, Sunil, I have explained about Pratisakya Sutra. Pratisakya Sutra is a compilation by the various Vedic Shastras and the priest. Okay, Sunil? See, Sunil, Dharma Sutra is very different thing. It is majorly related to the Manusmriti. So, we'll focus on the prelims aspect here. Okay? I have covered all these topic. I have covered everything in depth and detail in the Ancient India mains. You can directly check out Let's Crack UPSC CSE English channel. There, go in and search Alok Ojha. Everything in detail has been mentioned there. Dharma Shastra, Griha Shastra, everything. Okay, guys. Now we are having a specific approach for the prelims. Okay. Now, Brahma Vivah, marriage of a girl to a boy with dowry. Like dowry is being given when a boy and girl are married. Then comes Prajapataye Vivaha. The boy and girl are married, but there is no something called as dowry. The marriage without dowry, in very simple words, is referred as Prajapataye Vivaha. Marriage along with dowry is referred as Brahma Vivaha. Then comes Deva Vivaha. Now, what is Deva Vivaha all about? Suppose I am inviting a priest to perform a puja or a ceremony at my home. Now, I will marry my daughter to the priest in the lieu of fees. This is referred as Deva Vivaha. Then comes Arsha Vivaha. Remember this Brahma Vivaha, marriage with the dowry. Prajapate Vivaha, marriage without dowry. Brahma Vivaha, Deva Vivaha, marriage in lieu of fees. Arsha Vivaha. Arsha Vivaha means marriage of a boy to girl after accepting the bride price. Means the boy has to give something to his in-laws. Exactly the reverse. This is called as Arsha Vivaha. Then comes Gandharva Vivaha, which is nothing but a sort of love marriage or Swayamvar. Both girl and the boy are free to choose their life partner. That is Gandharva Vivaha. Then comes Asur Vivaha, marriage with a purchased girl. Rakshas Vivaha, like for example, if there is a ruler, he has defeated the other king and now he is forcing that king to marry his daughter to him. Such a marriage is referred as Rakshas Vivaha. And marriage by kidnapping a girl is referred as Pishach Vivaha. So Vedic Shastras sanction above 5 forms of marriages. They do not sanction Asur, Rakshas and Pishach Vivaha. So these are the 8 forms of marriages. Please listen to me very carefully. First was Brahma Vivaha, marriage without dowry, with dowry. Prajapate, marriage without dowry. Dev, marriage with the priest in the lieu of fees. Arsh, after accepting the bride price. Gandharv, a sort of Swayamvar. Asur Vivaha, purchased marriage. Rakshas Vivaha, marriage with the daughter of a defeated king. And Pishach Vivaha, marriage with a girl after kidnapping her. Did you understand the things? Please let me know. Yes, guys, are the points clear till here? Yes, these are the key terminologies. I have mentioned more than 50 terminologies, and these terminologies have been compiled from old NCRT, new NCRT, Tamil Nadu text, the book reference book on Poonam Dalal Dahiya ma'am, the book by VD Bhatnagar, VD Mahajan and Dr. Bhatnagar, and I have compiled from various other internet sources and past 20 years question paper of UPSC. So I have compiled these terminologies and there are more than 50 terminologies which are very important from the exam perspective. I'll give you example. During the early Vedic period, land was not the most important form of wealth. Cattle was the most important form of wealth. Like for example, Ashwa, That is the meaning of horse. The word Ashwa has been mentioned for 315 times in Rig Veda. Gau, which means cow, it has been mentioned for 176 times in Rig Veda. The river Ganga has been mentioned once, and river Yamuna has been mentioned thrice in the Rig Veda. Okay, so a person having lot many cows was considered as the richest person, and terminology for the wealthiest person was Gomat. Asked in the UPSC exam, what is Gomat? A person having lot many cattle or the wealthiest person during the Vedic period was referred as Gomat. Another important terminology, that is various rivers, Askini, Chenab, Parushini, that is river Ravi. Sutudri is a Vedic name for river Satlaj. Okay, what is Govikarta? Govikarta was the head of the forest department. What was village referred as? Village was referred as Gram. So head of the village was Gramini. What is the family referred as? Kul. And head of the family was Kulapati. So these are the different terminologies. Please read this terminology. These terminologies are very important from the exam perspective. Like I've talked about Yava. Yava means barley. Akshat, Tandul or Vrihi. That means rice. Godhum, that means wheat. So all these are very, very important from exam perspective. Like Aganya. Aganya is a terminology used for cow, which basically means it cannot be killed. Okay, Gojit, like during the early Vedic period and later Vedic period, gambling was also a source of entertainment for the people. And person who used to win a lot of cows was referred as Gojit. Grit, it is a term used for butter. Okay, so please go through all these terminologies. These are the key concept and the sources. Like the word Gotra, it is not Gatra, it is Gotra. It has been taken from Atharva Ved. Samsar, just I've explained, Karma doctrine or transmigration of soul, taken from Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Doctrine of Trimurti, that is Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, that is Prajapati, then Prajapati, Vishnu and Rudra, creator, sustainer and destroyer. This has been mentioned in Maitrayani Upanishad. Like as per Varna system or caste system, like it goes like Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. But Aitaraya Brahman, which is associated with Rig Veda, explains that the duty of Brahman is to teach. The duty of the Kshatriya is to protect the society. The Vaishya are basically involved in trading class, and the duty of the Shudra is to teach the others, is to serve the other sections of the society. But the major duty is to protect the society. So Kshatriya are above the Brahmin. This has been mentioned by Aitaraya Brahman. Satapatha Brahman. They mentioned that when Aryan came in India, the land was surrounded by sea on the western and eastern side both. On the western side, we have Arabian Sea, and on the eastern side, we have Bay of Bengal. So this has been mentioned in Satapat Brahmana. So these are the major things that you guys need to remember. Vedic society and comparative analysis of Vedic society, I'll be covering next. So did you get the points till here? Was the session informative? Did you get to learn something new? Did you understand the concept? Please let me know. Any query, any doubt, any sort of question. Yes, guys. And one more thing, I have covered the detailed lecture of ancient India, medieval India and modern India on YouTube itself. And the channel is Let's Crack UPSC CSE English. There you can search Alok Ojha. One thing I'm repeating, yesterday I took a test on modern India as a part of special class. Coming Sunday, I'll be taking a small test, prelims test of 30 questions on ancient and medieval India. And that test would be conducted on Sunday at 5:30 p.m. And that would be as a part of special class, okay, on the Unacademy platform. Okay. Yes, guys, hope so. You understood the part. So, if you like my lectures, please do subscribe to Unacademy and use my code AKOUS. I repeat the code AKOUS. Thank you and have a very, very nice